you want to try to, get the cleanest water possible.
Yes.
Also
more upstream, the better.
Yeah. And then in addition to that, there's something called Aquatabs. They're like these little tabs. It's almost like an Alka-Seltzer, and you put it in the water, and that will clean out a lot of like chemicals and any kind of like bacteria that in there. Those take a little bit longer. You have to usually let the water sit, but those could be really. It's like in a blister pack, so super easy to carry. You can have it in your pocket, your backpack, your car. Um, these are things that I think that in terms of the survival straw or the mini Sawyer, you should probably have one of those on hand for every family member because they're pretty reasonably priced, and that would be something to really good to have in that backpack or go bag, or even have one, God forbid, in your car. So a car, your vehicle that you're driving around in, whether you're driving to work or the minivan or whatever it is you're driving, it's good to have just a bag kind of pre-positioned there for you, because if you're out and about and something happens, you have that to fall back on. So
Right.
Another good reference. Then if you're at your house, if you're bugging in, they call it. So if you're staying in place, if something's happening.
Oh, staycation.
Yeah, staycation. Yep. Just having some containers to either gather rainwater, or also just in the homestead mindset, if you can get a rain barrel. So a lot of cities and municipalities have like programs where you can actually get food grade rain barrels really inexpensively. Or what I did was I actually reached out to Coca-Cola and these different other places. A lot of times they put the syrup in these food grade barrels. So like they put the syrup in there for like different sodas and such. And then you can usually get them for like 10, $15. And they're 55-gallon barrels. So the ones that are food grade will be like a blue. And they usually say food grade because you want to make sure if you're getting a rain barrel, you want to make sure it doesn't have any pesticides or other chemicals in there, because that can stay in the barrel after the fact.
Yeah, they usually say HDPE recycling number 2. I think maybe 4 or 6 as well. Yeah, the blue is nice because it keeps out the sun. If you have UV that hits the barrel, the plastic will leach over time in the whatever it is that you're storing. And then they do have them in natural white and black as well. Mm-hmm. Which black you have to be especially careful if it's going to get hit by the sun, but it definitely blocks out UV.
Yeah.
And then the white is, some people like that because you can see the liquid levels, but you especially got to keep it out of the sun.
Yeah. So,
blue is a nice happy medium.
Yeah. And then also too, if you're getting into it and you have the space, like I have some, they have, essentially it's like a jug of water, and you can have that on hand. So you have some water that's shelf stable and potable available, and you can get these little like drops you put in there, and it preserves it for 5 years or whatever, and then you're supposed to date it. But that's probably another layer of survival, but it's good to have it on hand, especially like by me, I would have to travel probably a little bit of a distance to get fresh water if it's not coming from rain, because I'm not near any natural water sources. So depending on where you are, another key point or, preparedness hack is it's good to have a local map of your area, topographic map, or just have a general idea of where different things are. If you're in the city, if the water's still running, things got really bad, you could access your fire hydrant. You can get a key that you can access different water spouts.
What do you mean your fire hydrant?
Well, you could turn the fire hydrant on if you need water.
Oh, you mean like I was picturing in your house.
No.
Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah. So if
that's really if it's extreme, huh?
Yeah. I mean, obviously you have to be resourceful. So there's different options for,
no question. Well, and one thing in your home would be the hot water tank.
Yep. Hot water tank.
40 gallons, 50 gallons, right, available then. Now, if you're in wintertime, as long as gas is still working, you're going to be cutting into heat, which is, it's you have to negotiate. You have to make those decisions.
Yeah. But that's something to, water is, also you have to think about is obviously a heavier resource. If you have to carry it, you're probably not going to lug around some jugs of water if you're walking or whatever. So,
Right.
you know,
And which, to that point, actually, for anyone that's like, my goodness, they're talking about water barrels all of a sudden. Yeah. And here's why: 55 gallons. Okay. You says you've got 6 kids. They say you're supposed to have a gallon of water a day per person. That's to drink. That's not including for making food. That's not including for taking a bath or bathing in some capacity, cleanliness. That's not for cooking. That's just for drinking.
yeah.
So 55 gallons divided by how many people and how many days, you're talking maybe a week's supply.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And the thing is too, is that, I think that the rain barrel, maybe 10 years ago, that might have been more of a crazy concept, but I think that now,
Oh, I agree.
for me, I try to use a rain barrel for filling up just a watering can just for the garden.
Oh, yeah. And rainwater is actually way better for plants than chlorinated water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hose water.
Yeah, and I mean that's one
It's
thing
got
that
more
we
nutrients.
yeah we are lucky because some of the Midwestern and southern states is actually illegal for you to collect water.
Well, that's
So I mean,
I mean, what is that Latin term that St. Augustine said? Justitia, something something. Is that even a just law?
no, it's definitely not just.
Well, I don't know.
God's given us the water, and if you're hoarding it, maybe but
I guess if there's people that they always say the bad apple ruins it for the bunch. If
Yeah.
there's someone that's like hoarding malaria in their backyard and it's becoming a hazard for your neighbors,
Yeah.
that's one thing. But you have to be responsible, just like anything.
yeah,
It's unbelievable, huh?
man, and you're just trying to be conservation minded. If you're saving some water to water your garden, I mean, ultimately it's going to go back into the ground anyway. So,
Yeah, man.
I think it's, if you're living in California and your grass is already brown and you're watering it excessively, obviously that's, could be a problem, but,
Could be. I don't think they would call that grass anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's that brown,
Yeah, but water is definitely something to think about. Just another, area too, especially with the family is just having a good water bottle, whether it's for sports or just, going out somewhere. Having that and having the kids used to filling up their water bottle before they go out is a really good, one of those things that might not seem like it's survival minded, but it actually is because, those that have kids, how many times have you been in the car where you're going somewhere and be like, I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty. Where's the water? And if they have their own water bottle and they get accustomed once they're old enough to filling that, that could be a great resource. If you're, whether you're just out and about, you're going to some kind of event, you're going to a sporting event, you're going to church, you'd have that with them. And then, if something happened, they had to grab it, they would know where it is. And, kind of having that habit to have on hand.
Oh, there's nothing like self-sufficient kids, dude.
Yeah.
That's the way to raise them.
Yep. So, I mean, that's, so then the next area that I'd like to touch on is the shelter.